Hey everyone, I'm IamT-Rex, and today I'm doing my review of Rise of the Planet of the Apes. This will be my first review, as I will be reviewing the entire trilogy, and my review for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the sequel to this film, will be out next Tuesday. And look out for my new Wanda Vision video coming out tomorrow or Monday. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's get into my review of Rise of the Planet of the Apes. First, Rise of the Planet of the Apes is a reboot of the Planet of the Apes trilogy, and it doesn't go down the old typical reboot fashion of just kind of redoing it. It actually just goes to a completely new story where it's about a monkey named Caesar who gains increased brain function when he gets a brain-enhancing drug that is being tested to cure Alzheimer's. And this story is a really personal story that revolves around Caesar, and these films actually follow Caesar more than the humans. I think that was a good choice because when it comes to the narrative, I think it's really powerful and it's very good right off the start, because with Caesar you have this real personal connection with this monkey who's growing up with James Franco and his character, because they really have a connection, and that's really emotional because it honestly feels like his kid kind of growing up. The first act of this film is really good. It really knows where it's going. It really has a strong structure of getting started and really getting places. But for me, things really slow down in the second act when the other monkeys kind of show up and Draco Malfoy shows up, because I think the plot just drastically slows down and it's really kind of boring, which I hate to say, but until we're able to really push into that third act, it doesn't feel as good because we have a lost kind of a connection and it doesn't feel as focused. I know what they were trying to do with trying to set up Caesar, but that entire part just felt really long and kind of boring. And I'm not saying it's all bad, but the only really great thing I remember from that second act is that amazing nose scene, and that's really good, but other than that, it's pretty boring throughout that time. The third act though really gets right back into it, gives us a great final battle and a very interesting ending, really resolving all the loose ends. I really liked how they were able to end the film. I think the narrative overall is very strong as an emotional character film, but I think the pacing in the middle really hurts it. Luckily though, the story, when it is good, is honestly really good. And I think they did a good job with the action scenes as well. The action at the end is very well done, and this film is great because when it comes to delivering a story that's able to have a lot of emotional elements that could bog down a film, it also is able to have great action at the same time. It really was great at being able to kind of balance all these different types of scenes and not really feel like a jarring or incoherent film or an inconsistent film. Now let's talk about characters. Your main character is Caesar, the monkey who's played by Andy Serkis, and you really get attached to him. It's great that they decided to start him off as a young monkey, because then we get to see him grow and really get attached to him and really get to be in his head and see his thought process. And we also have this amazing CGI on him that blows everything around him out of the water when this movie came out, and it is amazing, and the CGI only improves upon in the sequels, which is kind of amazing. Then you get James Franco, who does a good performance as well, and I actually really liked him in this film. I thought he did a good job as this guy who has a lot of emotional things in his life that he has to work through, and a lot of other things he has to work through in his personal life. I actually really liked him. I think he was very complex, and he was really good as this character who's able to bounce off of Caesar. And other than him though, we have some pretty boring characters in the film. I mean, Caesar and James Franco are the standouts along with the other monkeys, but man, there's some pretty boring characters such as James Franco's boss, who's just this evil corporate guy. We need money, money, money. It's like, really? We're gonna do that again? Or his girlfriend, who does literally nothing but stand there the entire film. Luckily though, since we spend so much time with Caesar and the other characters, we kind of forget some of these boring characters because we just don't spend as much time with them, which is a good thing, I guess. Luckily though, when you're going into a film like this, you're really looking to see apes in this film, and luckily when the apes are the best part of the film, you actually got what you came for. You came for a movie about apes and kind of high philosophy kind of stuff, and you actually get a really good human character in James Franco, and the monkeys are great in this, but man, some of those other characters are really forgettable. Luckily though, the film did a good job of prioritizing what was important with Caesar and the apes instead of the people in it, really. So I think they did a good job with the characters. It's just overall, there's a lot of compelling characters and a lot of boring ones. So overall, I think the characters are fine. This film surprised me. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a kind of dumb monkey movie going into it, but I actually really enjoyed it quite a bit more than I thought I would. I think they have really interesting characters here, and they really improve upon them and really focus in on them in the later film, and I thought this film overall was fine. I know some people really love this movie, and that's great, but I just am not really there. I think it's fine. I just personally didn't love the middle. I kind of got bored in the middle. I really enjoyed the other two parts. I really liked the beginning. I thought they did a good job of ending it, but overall, just that middle part kind of really pulled me out of it. Overall, I'm going to say that Rise of the Planet of the Apes is okay. Not one of my favorite movies, but if you're wondering if you should watch it, go ahead. It's a pretty okay watch. Anyways, what do you think of Rise of the Planet of the Apes? You probably have a very different opinion than what I have, and I would honestly love to hear your opinions down below in the comment section. Also, share this video with a friend who needed a good monkey movie to watch. And anyways, look out for my Dawn of the Planet of the Apes review next Tuesday. And I have some more Wanda Vision videos coming out later this week. Anyways, when those come out, I'll see you then. Bye.